is a Fox News alert. This is the backlash that's happening right now when everyone found out that Vinnie Violence drew the #1 draft pick in the CEOs and Shenanigans 2018-2019 fantasy draft. They are losing their minds, folks.
One and only.
Good evening, and welcome to a special edition of Fox News. This is Blake Manning. Now, we all know that Commissioner Vinnie Violence is a polarizing figure. Some people love him, some people hate him. He's even had death threats against him and his family for the way that he runs his fantasy football league. Now, we've all seen the videos. He's gone and become a viral sensation overnight. Tonight, only on Fox News, we have an exclusive interview with Commissioner Vinnie Violence from the CEOs and Shenanigans Fantasy Football League. We're going to get in depth. We're going to talk about some of the reasons why people may hate him. We're going to talk about his relations to public figures and very important people. We're going to talk about this so-called collusion between him, Poland, Russia, and the president. Some people are calling it Slavic collusion. But you know what? We're going to get the answers here tonight. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I'm Blake Manning. And once again, this is a Fox News exclusive. We are going to go one-on-one with the commissioner of the CEOs and Shenanigans Fantasy Football League, Vinnie Violence. So joining us from his home via satellite is the commissioner / player / viral sensation, Vinnie Violence. Sir, I would just like to say welcome, and it's a pleasure to have you on tonight. Well, thanks, Blake. It's actually really great to be here. I'm happy that I got to interview and sit down with you. I'm here at home in my villa, and I'm ready for anything you got to throw at me. So let's have it. So let's just get into it right now. There's a lot of talk now about collusion between you and the Polish government, the Russian government, and even the President of the United States, Donald Trump. What do you have to say to that?
Just because
why
are
these rumors circulating, and how do you feel?
Collusion with the Polish government. I mean, I got Psycho Sewer here. I got Josh. We're not colluding. We're not colluding with the president. We're not colluding with Russia. I mean, if anybody, Feliciano has the most Polish name of anyone in the league, so it's utterly ridiculous. Is that my baby crying?
Okay, so right off the bat, you're saying there's no collusion between you, the Polish government, the Russian government, or the President of the United States. None whatsoever. I find that very interesting. There seems to be a couple celebrities on Twitter that are chiming in on that possible relationship. We'll read one first from Alyssa Milano. She writes, "No wonder Vinnie Violence and real Donald Trump are rubbing elbows. Birds of a feather. Russian and Polish. Let's call it hashtag Slavic collusion. More shenanigans than COs." And then we have another one here from Maxine Waters, actually one of your bitter nemesis. She writes, "Vinnie Violence, collusion, Slavic collusion. I misplaced my dentures. Oh crap, how do I delete this? Collusion." She does not like you very much, it does not seem. Do you have any response to them?
Well, let's go step by step with these tweets. First of all, I'm going to address the negative first. Alyssa Milano, come on. They didn't teach high school on the set of Who's the Boss, apparently. Then you got Maxine Waters. She's a clown. She's always going after the president. But more importantly, let's look at the people that are actually saying good things about me. You know, we have Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. He writes, "Talk about warlocks from space with tiger's blood coursing through their veins. Commissioner Vinnie Violence is a supreme leader that will bring gold back to the promised land. Maybe he'll just bring me an 8-ball. And Commissioner of the NFL, Roger Goodall, says, "Gotta watch my job. Vinnie Violence is doing a stellar job as Commissioner of CEOs and Shenanigans Fantasy Football League. This kid is moving up." Then we have the president, Donald Trump, says, at Vinnie Valance is doing great things as commish. Talk of Slavic collusion is another witch hunt. Wrong. Will handle. Lastly, he says, don't worry. The 11 area owners will suffer fire and fury the fantasy football world has never seen at your hands. Stock market all-time high. No mention of fake news.
I'm a warlock from outer space, according to that man. Can you believe that? And no, Charlie, I'm not going to give you an 8-ball, and I don't want none of that tiger's blood. But, more importantly, my man, the most important person in the world, the president, has my back, and that's what's important.
Or with some of the players that are in your league, and they also are claiming that you are colluding. They say that your son rigged the system and pulled a draft pick and got you the number 1 pick. How do you respond to a claim like that?
Now, this is something that I hold pretty dear to me, to my heart. My son, you're going to tell me that my family is in on some sort of Slavic collusion, that it's a rigged system? Give me a break. Scam Duke has been doing this for years, and now Robbie Rotten is jumping on the bandwagon. Paper champion, won twice in a row, but we're still not sure on exactly if they were legitimate wins. I'm pretty sure that the amount of points scored would be better than the amount of wins, at least according to some people.
I see. Okay. So now on to other things. It seems that you were a nobody, and then once you created this fantasy league, you became a sensation, pretty much a viral sensation. You blew up overnight. You're rubbing elbows with some of the most important people in the world. I mean, how does that happen? You have celebrities following you. I heard that you actually visited President Trump this past weekend.
Success is not an easy thing to come into. It was a lot of work, a lot of dedication, a lot of luck, to be honest with you. And I'm just glad it happened to someone like me. Speaking of the president, yeah, I was out Mar-a-Lago. We played a couple rounds of golf. I let him beat me. He is the president. If I ever need a presidential pardon, I'm going to have to look to that guy, and hopefully he remembers that I let him shoot a 59.
Robbie Rotten has won twice in a row, and some would say that you would think that he is actually rigging it himself. Kind of a counter argument there. What can we make of all this?
Blake, honestly, when it comes to Robbie Rotten, I'm not even concerned. Fluke is one of the words that comes to mind, and Scam Duke, he is a bottom dweller. He's sniffing the bottom of the ocean. He is going to win the toilet bowl this year. I can guarantee it. I can George Foreman guarantee it. Put in the books.
We found out that you got the number 1 pick. I'll say it again. He got the number 1 pick for his fantasy league this year. And although there are rumors circulating and swirling around about collusion, which I personally think is hogwash. I mean, look at you. There's no way someone as talented and handsome and just amazing as you could be colluding. But anyway, we're going to look at that you've got the number 1 pick in the draft, and can you give us some insight in who you may take for the draft this year?
Once again, I am number 1. And only. And when it comes to my pick, I guess you're going to have to find out. I mean, I have a tweet, you could probably show it up there, from Le'Veon Bell. He's interested, and I got a lot more. I think that every player on the NFL roster wants me to own them as the number 1 pick. It just boosts their merch sales. It just does everything for their careers. Gives them, they're going to get monster contracts just for being on my team. So you're going to have to wait and see, like everybody else, but it could be surprising.
Okay, so you're going to keep us guessing. So before we leave, is there anything you have to say to your fans or the other players in your league, or anything else?
Number one thing I want to say is there is no collusion. It is ridiculous. It's not rigged. This is a vicious witch hunt against me because of who I associate myself with. It is nonsense. Secondly, to my fans, I appreciate you, and if you work hard enough, you could be just like me. I mean, who wouldn't be? And lastly, to the players and CEOs and Shenanigans, the day of reckoning is upon you. Make no mistake, you're all going to burn. But it was great seeing you, Blake. And by the way, you are one handsome devil. I just can't. You look strikingly familiar to me, and I have no idea where I've seen such a handsome man before.
Oh, come on, man. You don't have to keep, making my ego big. I'm okay. No, not really. I'm okay. Thank you. All right. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you, and we hope to have you again on Fox News, the only place where there is real news, not like that fake news organization, right?
Oh, you mean CNN? CNN. That's who you mean. Fake
one more
news
thing before you go.
CNN. Oh.
So one more thing. I just want to show you some of the reactions to when you did actually get the #1 draft pick. This is Rachel Maddow over at MSNBC. Roll the clip.
You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now. This is our election now. This is us. This is our country. Sorry. She's just sad. So, anyway, that's all the time we have right now. So, we will see you and the crazy baby running in the background next time. Thanks for joining us. This has been Fox News. I'm Blake Manning. And we're going to leave you with a picture from the President of the United States, one of Vinnie Violence's best friends. Here you go. It says it all. Good night. We'll do live. Get the baby out of the shot. I'm trying to do a newscast here. What is going on? What are you doing? Why are you on my set? I didn't mean for you to cry. Come here. I love you.